try to make.
You're Jimmy.
I am. And you're Sean.
And together we are the Down Under Cruisers with the Astute Tourist.
Good morning.
Welcome aboard, folks. How did you like that?
What world you're sitting in. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening.
How did you like that intro, Jimmy?
I like it. I think it's great. I love the song.
It's a good song, isn't it?
It really is. Yeah. Every time I'm here and you play the intro, the music is fantastic. I love it.
Thank you. First in the chat, let me say, Eric B, mate, if you're awake, congratulations. If you're asleep, I hope it was sweet dreams. Either way, catch us on the flip side. Next in the chat was, you take a guess. Who do you think was second in the chat, Jimmy?
Meg.
Absolutely. Meg the Extraordinaire. She's always in there. What can I say?
Meg
the best moderator. Best moderator anybody could have.
I agree.
Followed very closely by Michael Ann. Welcome aboard, Michael Ann. Nice to have you here. Michael Ann's making a comment, and I can tell you that comment is greatly... Oh, no, it's actually Meg was making the comment. Michael Ann made another one, but I'll show you that one shortly. Meg is saying 43 days until Miami, 44 days until meetup.
Exciting.
Very. But this is the one Michael Ann made.
Oh, wow.
So close. So close.
Let's push.
We'll get there. Now, Michael Ann is saying she just finally went to sleep when her alarm went off for the live. Hey, listen, if sleep is the thing that's dragging you in there, please get your sleep. I can always have it that you're on the replay. I don't mind, but sleep is important.
Sleep is very important, unless you're Kenny.
Well, Kenny's an interesting character.
He sure is.
Poor old Kenny. Actually, talking about Kenny, as you know, some of the other channels have gotten together and decided that they would like to contribute to Kenny's onboard credit for the cruise. And within the last 48 hours, Kenny's amassed over $200.
Wow. That's a lot of ice cream and milkshakes.
Yep. I mean, some of the taste tests that Kenny will have to do is just phenomenal. But and those are with the fare. So, but he has some extra cash for him to spend. I think that's amazing.
How can folks contribute if they want to?
If they want to contribute to Kenny's onboard credit, they go into the PayPal link as we've got there on the screen, just behind me to where my finger is. Yeah. If you use that QR code, just click on that, and it'll lead you to our PayPal account. And all you're going to do is just put in there Kenny's OBC as a comment, and that will notify us that those funds are put aside for Kenny. Otherwise, they go into general recipient feeding, which I think is just as bad. Biday V, how are you?
I was just laughing at V.
Mm-hmm.
B-Day to you as well, my friend.
That's what happens with these so-called Frenchies, these Canadian French. They can't say g'day. They got to say bidet.
Bidet, way up there in Canada.
That's it. V is driving as per usual. Drive safely, my friend. And by the way, we cannot wait until you have your vow renewals. Seriously, for those that are going to be joining us on the cruise, V and happy hubby Steve are going to be doing a vow renewal on board ship. I know the people are going to do the job. You know that word's official. Yeah, that word. Um, G'day, squirrels. Nice to have you here.
Hi, Shirley.
Officiants. Thank you, Meg. I knew somebody would bring it up. It's been one of those
Officiants.
days. Yes. The officiants. There are two officiants. One is Rabbi Schmimmelhauser, and the other one is going to be the atheist. The rabbi and the atheist. How do you like that, eh?
Sounds like a joke.
Well, it will be
There's a joke in there somewhere.
somewhere. You need to be on the cruise to enjoy it. Oops, sorry. Sorry. I hang my head in shame. So, Jimmy, what are you up to this week?
This
And
week
cheers,
is
by the way.
busy, like we were talking about off camera. Cheers to you as well, my friend. Cheers. It's a little early for me to have a whiskey, but I'm drinking my coffee per usual. So I have a lot of work.
Mhm.
Um, we were talking off camera that we had a building fire last week, and this one's a kind of a doozy for me. It's
Yep.
posing a little more work than usual. So during fire investigations, we always look for cause and origin, and this one's just stumping me. So we
So,
want to
what,
find
you've
out
got
how.
cause but no origin?
Well, we have origin, but no cause.
Uh huh.
So it makes it a little bit. It makes it a little bit more. What's the word I'm looking
Challenging.
for?
Challenging.
Yeah, I guess challenging is a good word. Thank you. I'm still suffering from brain fog. They haven't figured out what's happening with me. But yeah, so it's one of these ones where we may say undetermined as the cause,
Uh huh.
which is tough for me as an investigator because I always want to find a reason why something has caught fire. But
And in actual
sometimes you
fact,
can't,
Meg is agreeing with you there. She says she hates stuff that doesn't make sense.
right? It's and in my business you have to be very careful because we're dealing with the law, and we're dealing with people's lives, and you never want to come out of the gate and just assume something. So we have to be very careful, and if there's no evidence to support what you think or assume, then you can't just come out and say what you think. So
Hmm.
I'll leave it at that. But other than that, things are good. I want to work on some videos this week and some music stuff. So
So, I got
that's
a
what I'm
question
doing.
for you. When are
Sure.
we going to see Colleen on a live stream?
That's a good question. We can get her. I'll have to ask her. I don't think it's because she's afraid. Because she's been on some of the live streams, and if you've seen any of our replay of our regular videos, Colleen's right there with me.
Hmm.
Um, Usually when I'm up at night, well, that's not true. The Tuesdays and Thursdays she's here, so I may have to get her tomorrow to come up with me. Last night um, during my live, she was out buying birthday gifts for my son, so she wasn't available. But you can see her over which would be my left shoulder right there.
Yeah, I know,
She's
but
she's
the
sort
fact
of
of
in
the
the
matter
live.
is, yeah, the fact of the matter is, we'd like to ask her questions.
Ah, well, maybe that's why she's not in the lives then.
She doesn't
Depends
like
on the.
answering questions.
Do I have to vet the questions? No, not her. Me. Do I
No, I'm
need to vet?
saying, doesn't she like to answer questions?
Oh, sure. Yeah, she'll be fine. Yeah.
G'day, Lorraine. Hope you're feeling better. Um, okay, so what you're worried about is having to vet the question before we ask her.
Ah, yes. Now you're
You,
onto it.
you mean I might be asking her something that is controversial?
Could be. I haven't known you that long, but I think I know you well enough where, there could be some question, something about me, perhaps, that we don't want everybody to find out, or maybe we do. Stay tuned.
Like, what's your favorite guitar?
Oh, that's easy.
Talking about guitars, g'day Radio Jonesy, how you going, buddy?
Hey, Jonesy.
I caught your one of your streams, your recorded streams, and you were doing a really good thing there on the Sex Pistols. I quite like that chat you had there with your mate. I think it was the two of you who did play in the band. At any rate, it was great. I was listening and getting in there.
I'm a new fan of Radio Jonesy. I like what he's doing.
Yeah, he's doing some good stuff there. Hey, look what Meg said. I'm a great interviewer.
Sean, you are a great interviewer.
Is that Grate or Great?
Grate? That sounds painful.
Yeah, it does. It does. So, work. You're tidying up that little issue you've got at work.
And then the usual stuff at work.
Usual stuff. So what? You go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say the weekend is a couple of days away. So you're right. You're in the middle of hump, and you'll get over hump, and it'll be a good day because we're in the future. I can tell.
Right.
But then you've got a couple of days after that. What are you planning for the weekend?
So this weekend I actually have this weekend here in the United States is Labor Day weekend. So that's kind of what they officially call the end of summer. Mm-hmm. And I will have Monday off, which is going to be nice. We don't have anything planned as far as traveling, but I don't have any musical gigs, which is good in a way, just because I could use the time off. I really want to spend time editing. And last night we were talking about some new musical equipment that I bought. So I want to be able to spend some time with that. There's a learning curve with it. So I'd like to be able to spend some time with that. But that's really it. Yeah, not a lot planned, but it's well-deserved.
So Michael Ann is saying that it's Labor Day weekend in Canada as well.
Okay.
And in Australia, it is Father's Day on Sunday. So happy Father's Day.
Okay. Now, I saw Alana said something about it. It was the last day of winter. Is that right for you?
That's correct. We're officially into spring as of midnight tomorrow.
That's awesome.
So, and the temperature is starting to show it. We've been sitting on, I know Tassie had 20 degrees yesterday. We're sitting on about 17 today. And we're getting warmer slowly.
So that's high 40s, low 50s Fahrenheit for us.
Yep. So thank you, Michael Ann, for wishing happy Father's Day. And Meg is saying days off. No days off, unfortunately. It's Sunday, so we deal with it and get on with it. Yeah, Jonesy, I'm with you there, mate. Yeah, baby, looking forward to the warmth. Tassie's one of those spaces that needs a good thaw out every now and then.
Well, thanks, V. It's not Father's Day here in the U.S. It's Labor Day, though. You can thank me for being a laborer. All right? That's fine.
A laborer. Now, wait a minute. I've got a question for you. Okay, if it is your son's birthday, would it not say that it would be Colleen's Labor Day?
Well, yeah. So his birthday was actually last week, but he's 34 years old. So, he's a grown-up man. So trying to find time to be with him. And she wanted to take him out to get him something. So last week would have been her Labor Day. But yes, I agree with that.
In the chat very quickly. G'day, Arthur. How you going, buddy? Nice to have you here. And then we've got Meg was saying something for you. Happy Labourer Day, Jimmy.
Happy Labourer Day. Thank you, Meg.
Hey, Arthur,
And
if I don't catch you by the weekend, happy Father's Day, Arthur.
happy Laborers Day to you as well, Meg, and the rest of the folks here in the U.S. celebrating Labor Day.
Now, V just said about Colleen, it was a labor of love.
It was. It started out with love, and then I guess ended with it.
Well, he's still
The
around,
end.
right?
Oh God, yes, yeah, he's still
And
around.
he's going to be around for a while.
I hope so. I hope he's around a lot longer than I will be. He he's our oldest son. We have two kids, so two boys. So he's the older of the two.
So what does he do?
He's a carpenter.
Ah, Chippy. And
Yeah.
your young boy?
My youngest one is 30. He'll be 32 this year, October. And he's an entrepreneur. He does a few things. So he's into music like his dad. Both of my kids are musicians. My oldest son went to Berkeley in Boston. My youngest one is a self-taught drummer, and he is fantastic. He's really, really good. So, and that's what they do. They're both in their 30s, and Colleen and I are somewhat empty nesters. My oldest son lives with us right now for a short time, just because after COVID he was working on the road, and then all the work ended, and he had really no place to go. So, but he is gainfully employed, and the one nice thing about having a carpenter that lives with you is he gets a lot of the projects I need to do done before I get to them. So,
Hang on, how did you manage to do that? Because I was told that a carpenter always has no kitchen cabinets.
well, I think if I was the carpenter and I owned the home, that would be true. But I think he likes to contribute to the family home here. So I'll come home from work and he'll be into a project that we never even asked him to do. So I can't complain about it at all. He does a great job and he does good work. And he did most of the work in our kitchen. So we had remodeled the kitchen this past spring. So, which would have been fall for you.
That's awesome. Arthur is saying thank you, Sean, and the same to you. So thanks, mate. Michael Ann is saying that she has two boys as well. Meg is saying that you passed your love of music on.
I did.
And Michael Ann is saying that the oldest is self-taught guitarist.
Fantastic. I think anyone that loves music, I mean, we talked about it a lot last night during my live, but anybody that likes music, I think that's a good thing, whether you play an instrument or you play the radio. Enjoy music. Dance, sing.
Have you ever had the opportunity to jam with your boy?
Have I?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. We had a band together, my oldest boy. I jammed with both of them, but my oldest boy and I had a band together for a little bit. But he's really busy with his work. And then, like I said, he went on the road. He was gone for 3 years. He traveled the country renovating hotels like Marriott's and alike, Hyatt's and that. So he spent a lot of time away. But and now that he's home, he just hasn't had a chance to really play. He doesn't play as often as he used to, which I think he should, but that's okay. He's busy making his way in the world.
That's the way. Jonesy is saying music is life and it's in your soul. Too right about that, let me tell you.
Yeah, we talked about that last evening. It's definitely music is life. It really is.
Arthur says he loves listening to music too. And Sea Leg Journey, welcome aboard, guys. Nice to have you on board. As you can see,
Kenny.
We're talking with Jimmy.
Hi, Kenny. How are you? Did you sleep last night?
Yeah, good on you, buddy. Nice to welcome you on board. Thank you for being here, and understand, everybody, he's multitasking again, so that's why he's not tagging. He'll tell you that he's on his phone, but he's multitasking. We know Kenny.
Of course he is. He's
Yeah.
got his phone, tablet. He's doing it all.
Arthur's DJing at this particular point in time. Kenny, I want to know who else you're modding for while you're modding for us. Um, Good morning to Kenny from Meg. Squirrels is back to good mornings. Okay, Michael Ann is saying that she loves all kinds of music from country to metal and in between.
Perfect.
Yeah, I like all kinds of music. Both kinds, country and western. No,
I'm waiting for the rim shot. Ba-dum-bum.
yeah, well, that's easy to fix.
There you go.
I call it the boomtish.
Boomtish.
Yeah. Thank you, Kenny, for sharing the live. Thank you very much. I'm only 9 away from being able to do that myself, so that'll be awesome when it happens.
We need to
Um,
get we need to get a push, you guys, in the chat. We need to push to get 9 more subs for the Down Under Cruisers.
um,
Let's start a campaign. He's been doing a lot with the charity and all of that. We need to get Ilana and him up to 500 plus subs. So tell all your friends. Let's get them past that hump.
Meg is saying that she always falls in love with people who love music.
And you should. Music lovers are lovers all around. They have a big heart, and uh, they're very emotional people. We talked about that as well last night. Music invokes all of the emotions, and those that love music know what I'm talking about. So.
Absolutely. Hey, Jonesy, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. And I hope you get to enjoy everything that we do. And we do it for love because, mate, we want to get people coming down to visit that fair little island of yours, Tassie, the Apple Isle, because it's absolutely stunning territory as well as the rest of Oz. So thank you for popping in. I hope you get to enjoy everything that we do. Um, so the oldest one is a chippy. The youngest one is a muso. Sorry, entrepreneur muso.
Yeah, he's kind of does his own thing. He's got a lot of irons in the fire. He's like his dad. He likes to have his tentacles in a little bit of everything. So, how about yours? Let's talk about yours.
In one sec, Kenny is saying he actually just woke up not too long ago. Kenny, I'm
Kenny's
surprised. Mate. Yeah, that's it. For you, sleep is a four-letter word. I have two kids of my own. I have a daughter who is 27. She works in the motor industry. She sells cars to women. Um,
Exclusively to women.
yeah, that's her primary focus is selling
Okay.
to women because she reckons they all get a bum steer. So I can understand that one.
Love
And
it.
then
I love that.
I have a 27-year-old son. And that 27-year-old son is involved in the sleep business. He sells those CPAP machines.
Oh wow.
So, yep. So those are
Well,
my.
maybe he can sell me one.
Say again?
I said maybe he can sell me one.
Yeah.
I'm going for a sleep study next week because they can't figure out why I have the brain fog. So it could be
Yep.
apnea.
Yep. And then I also have a third daughter who decided to take up the opportunity of calling us mum and dad, and that is Heather from Us and More. And Heather, unfortunately, right now is sitting in a hospital.
Oh
She's
no.
about she's about to have Kenny's operation.
Oh no.
So hopefully, we know that she'll be much better coming up to the cruise. But it needs to happen, and it's happening on Friday. So there we go.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well,
Michael is saying that she's seen my son David on our live. Yes, he's been on a couple. Ah, look at that. We've got Jonesy in there 2 ways. Australian Radio Indie TV. Buddy, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Glad to see you in 2 channels. I hope you don't have a split personality. Boom, Tish. Sorry. Yes. Mega. Oh no, praying for Heather. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
Um,
me too.
it's about the
Prayers and
timing,
thoughts.
right? Yeah, it's about the timing. Actually, unfortunately for Heather and her hubby Dwight, they were meant to be going up to Virginia for a wedding this weekend. Don't think that's happening. Bada bum. Yeah, I got
Um,
another way of doing that.
there you go. I have a question for you. So, talking about um, talking about the cruise, what are you most looking forward to on the cruise itself?
Oh, man, there's going to be so many activities, but I think just basically it's the opportunity to spend quality time with lots of good people.
Nice, very very good. I That's the one thing that I am going to miss not being on the cruise is because I want to just be able to meet everybody. And
Yep.
unfortunately, we were trying to make the meetup as well, but it's just not going to happen. One thing is the greenbacks, of course, and I just can't get the time. So we've moved on from thinking about that, Colleen and I, and we're pushing for the March cruise
That
with
will
James and
be awesome. If you can do that one, that would be brilliant. I know Meg will be over the moon with that one. Unfortunately for us to go, it's a little bit too close.
right, and I can understand that. I mean, it's not like for us where I'm a 3 hour plane flight away from Miami.
That's right.
Uh,
Michael Ann can't
you're,
wait to meet the people either.
yeah,
Meg is saying she wishes she could be on the cruise, but has the opportunity to meet so many people. In actual fact, the meetup is going to be absolutely amazing because for us, the meetup is the first time that the entire board will be able to. That's the board of Helping Hands. Will be able to sit down face to face with each other.
in the same room.
In the
At the
same room.
same bar.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, we're going to call it a breakfast meeting, but you
breakfast
can.
meeting.
Yeah. Arthur is interested in showing off my budgie smugglers. So, yeah, you got to be on the cruise to see those, mate.
Well, you were talking about Kenny packing last night,
Yeah,
and like I don't know if you heard me, but I said that's easy for you to say because you're already packed. One Ziploc
correct.
bag and you're good to go.
Correct. Michael Ann is saying a liquid breakfast. Nah, it's a bit more than the liquid breakfast. Um, Jonesy is saying that he often cruises on the Spirit of Tasmania. Yeah, but that's not a cruise, mate. Not really. I mean, seriously. G'day, Deb. How you going? Nice to see you. Finally made it on time. Yeah, you did. You did. You're only halfway in. That's cool. Glad you made it. Um, yeah, there is a ferry that runs between Melbourne and Devonport. Devonport is on the Tasmanian island, and the ferry is called the Spirit of Tasmania, and that goes. It used to go twice a day. I think it still does do twice a day, an overnighter and daytime. And getting out of the heads here in out of Melbourne can be a relatively choppy run between Melbourne and Devonport. And so usually the crossing towards Tassie is a bit on the rough side, especially for the ferry. Coming back, it's not too bad, apparently. Never done the trip. But family members have.
You bring your automobile on the ferry?
You could do if you wished.
Okay.
A couple of people saying good day to each other in the chat.
I've only been on 2 cruises. They were both Carnival cruises.
Mm-hmm.
One was on the Carnival Liberty, and the other one was the Valor. We sailed out of Fort Lauderdale and out of New Orleans.
Jonesy is saying that there's also a bar and a motel room.
Well, that's okay.
Now, Jonesy, there's more than one room, right?
In one room with everyone, I hope.
Yeah, that's right. Michael Ann is saying, "Oh dear, I've only felt seasick once, and that was a ferry." Yeah, well, that's the point about the ferries is that they don't really have the ability to stabilize themselves. They don't have the nice stabilizers and so forth. So it's interesting. Meg is saying that the Valor is 100% a Jimmy ship.
Absolutely.
And Arthur has done both ways on the Spirit. And yes, the trip over to Tassie was rough, but the return leg was smoothest sea journey he's ever done. Probably because you're running with a current. I don't know.
It must be.
Now, Lorraine, how are you feeling? You've had everything happen. You've been getting a bit of sleep. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. And that's what Deb is asking. Just a quick one here. Stream Elements are saying that you need to check out Helping Hands for Cruising website. It's www.helpinghandsforcruising.org. That's good news.
Go ahead. Sorry. Feeling better. Okay, Lorraine, that's good. So the cruise is Aruba, Bonaire, La Romana, and Amber Cove. Is that right?
That's correct. Starting and finishing in Miami. In fact, let me do this.
Okay.
Let me do this because I hope that's the right one. No, it's not. It's this one. Got to learn new stuff with this new layout. They've changed things a bit. But anyway, let's have a go and see where. Yes, getting on this cruise is just going to be the best thing. Look at you. Look at you.
I was enjoying the
Look at,
music.
yeah, the music was great. It's going to be an amazing cruise. Okay, now a little bit of fun facts for you, Jimmy.
Okay, I like
The
facts.
first cruise ship that is going to come back into Melbourne since the pandemic is going to happen on the 15th of this month. It is the Coral Princess. It's going to stay for a little over 12 hours. Actually, a little bit less, 14, 17. It's going to stay for about 15 hours, and then it's going to sail out. And then we've got the Pacific Adventurer coming in as the second ship on the 31st of October. And that will sail
Finally.
out. That will sail out on the 2nd of November, and then the third ship will be the Carnival Splendor, which will be in on the 1st of November and leave on the 3rd. And then from then on, it's Mad Rush. Grand Princess coming in on the 4th of November and leaving on the 4th. So things are starting to pick up.
Finally.
Yep. And I know Arthur's on one of those ships. He'll be on the Grand Princess, I believe, going out of Adelaide. When's Adelaide opening up, Arthur? Do you know? Arthur is saying the captain said it was very rare for the seas to be smooth on the return leg. Normally it's a bit rough halfway through the crossing. Yeah, because Bass Strait is a bit on a rough side. Jonesy is saying he's been many times, some smooth, some rough. Meg is enjoying the video. Sea Legs, it will be an awesome cruise. See if you can come on it. If you can. Jonesy is saying he's got lots of friends who play the bands on American cruise ships. Yeah, we've got a lady who comes in here. Her name is Colin Mackenzie Poole. She plays with a group called the Pacific Bells. They do a Andrew Sisters imitation. And
cool.
They are awesome. And they do cruise ships out of Oz and all over the place. It's absolutely awesome. Arthur is saying then it sails into Adelaide on the 17th of September. Whoa, finally opening then. That'd be awesome. Meg is believing that Larry Thomas is on that 1st November Splendor cruise. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Arthur is going, yes, Grand Princess out of Adelaide to New Zealand for 19 nights, return on January the 5th.
19 nights.
Oh. Yep. What is it? Is it 3 sea days from Adelaide into into where are you going? Port Chalmers? Is that the first stop there? Jonesy has seen the Pacific Bells. You might have seen them on our channel too. So that's awesome. Yeah, it's New Zealand awesomeness. Absolutely, it's New Zealand is got it. Jimmy, you got to get there. Seriously,
I would love to.
Seriously,
someday soon.
Yeah. Meg says she would love a 19-day cruise. She barely gets that much time off. Well, we could arrange something, Meg. Especially if it was with a guy by the name of Paul, I think. You know, we could organize.
Who's that, Paul?
I think you're going to get a bit of longer time with him than I will. Because Meg and Paul are both going on the March cruise that you're going on. So that'll be awesome. Arthur is saying Dunedin is the first official stop. That's Port Chalmers. And then you're going through the fjords first. Mate, that is the most exquisite run. And you come off the ocean and the first place you go into is Milford Sound. And then as you go into Milford Sound, the ship goes in and it does a 360 halfway through, comes out, and then it goes to some of the other sounds Doubtful Sound, and a few others. It is amazing. Um, Jonesy has said, pop into Tassie, Jimmy, just to say hi.
I would. I would love to.
And then we've got Arthur saying that he's going to be seeing us when he comes into Melbourne when it stops there. Yep, we'll make sure that we come and check it out. Jonesy is saying Milford Sound is like glass. It is. It is absolutely exquisite. Hey, we went from we took the Golden Princess at the time, which was our first cruise, and we went from Melbourne around New Zealand. The first port of call was in Port Chalmers, but we did go into Milford Sound. And as we were about to head into the Sound, there was a pod of dolphins, and they were racing the ship. Absolutely exquisite. You just look up to the edge, and there are these dolphins going in. It was just unbelievable.
Fantastic.
But here's the thing, Jimmy. You go on a cruise, right? What's the important thing you take out of the cruise? It's memories, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And I think so. I've only been on two, but there's different memories for each one you do. It's not, even though there may be some of the same things on the ship, or even when you go to these ports of call, the excursions may be similar. There's always different memories, of course. So. Oh, speaking of excursions, what are you going to be doing for excursions?
There will be a couple, but let me just say a couple things here first. Rob on the road. 28 days to get CBP to revoke Sean's travel permit. Ilana is still welcome. Rob, pick a window, you're leaving. What are we doing from excursions? Okay, so we've got 2 excursions booked. The first excursion that we're going on is in Aruba. We're doing the 10 best events in Aruba. And then following that, we're doing a trip in Bonaire. So we're going to be hiring golf carts in Bonaire and doing a drive around. Now, I believe that we are not, well, they don't want me driving for some reason. I don't know. I don't understand why. But
I don't believe they drive on the wrong side of the road or the right side, depending on where you're from.
Well, you are right. They do drive on the wrong side, which is the right side. That's confusing, isn't it? Meg is saying, yes, memories and ocean views. That's it. And Arthur is saying, yes, it's amazing, Milford Sound. The day we went in, it was perfect. Clear skies, no wind, and the waters were like glass. The quietness was deafening. Absolutely. Michael so went for her first cruise.
Can't wait for you first. So that'll be your first. Oh, you're going to love it. I was going to say 2 of the fondest, or there's 2 things, some fondest memories I have on both cruises I've taken. One is the sunrise, and one is the sunset.
Yep, absolutely. What better way to do anything than watch the sunrise? I mean, from your, like, you go in, have your balcony, you have say your breakfast, your coffee, whatever, and you watch the sunrise. It's just the most amazing thing.
Every morning, Colin and I did just that.
Now, Mega's giving Rob a serve. I'm looking forward to meeting Sean and Ilana. But then the Gov can say as he wishes. He's only the Gov, and we are an independent country, not the colony. Deb says she can drive, which is cool. I don't mind. Jonesy says he loves driving in the USA. Yeah, but Jonesy, these people don't trust the fact that I can get them to drive on the correct side of the road.
Take your life into your own hands with that statement.
Yeah, I know. Meg is saying that she didn't catch a sunrise this cruise, but she slept, so not complaining. I can understand why you didn't catch a sunrise.
So what you need to do on your next cruise, Meg, is at least one morning out of the time that you're on board is is order breakfast to your stateroom early. We did it about 5:30 every morning, and then you can sit out on your balcony with your cup of coffee or your tea and croissants or whatever it is you have for breakfast, and then watch the sunrise. It is absolutely stunning. I can't recommend that enough.
And especially when you're going into, say, a port, and as you go into the port, you're watching all the activity, like the pilot boat coming in, the pilot getting on and off, you docking into the port. It's amazing. Um, okay, the governor is saying if you don't stream at least one sunrise, I will be very disappointed. No worries, Gov. I can do that. That's easy. Jonesy says we get the sunrise over Bass Strait. We have a great view over the water. Yeah, well, where you are in Burnie, you get some fantastic sunrises there. Deb is saying you do realize that me driving is a joke. They say that you need to see to drive. No, no, no. That's not. That's actually, technically speaking, that's not correct, Deb. You've got an iDog, don't you?
Yeah, have the dog drive.
Correct. Sea Lake Journeys is saying sunrise on a ship is spectacular. It absolutely is.
I agree.
Lorraine is saying that she's so looking forward to meeting Deb and her mother. And Meg is saying the dog can drive. Awesome. Yeah. Of course it can drive. Rob, you only need to see to not crash, and that's just what I'm trying to teach those guys from Bonaire. You know, who needs? Yeah. All they need to do is avoid me, and we'll be fine.
So it's like I tell my subordinates in the fire department: you can drive, just don't hit anything. Get us from point A to point B. I don't care how you do it, just don't hit anything.
Hey, what effect does those flashing lights have?
What effect do they have?
Yeah. I mean, does that help with their driving?
I don't know if it helps. I think it warns the people that were coming to get the heck out of the way.
Well, that's about it, right? That's right? That's the good news. Get people out of the way just for the short term. Maybe I need a set of those on my car. Meg is going, oh my. Michaelan, as long as nobody is coming the other way. G'day, Cheryl. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Okay. Governor is saying people can jump. Fire trucks cannot. Mate, you haven't seen a fire truck hit a pothole. Meg saying g'day. Okay, so a couple of people saying g'day to each other. That's awesome. Okay, so yeah. Go on, Jimmy.
I just said good morning, Cheryl. And yes, Meg, you probably do need warning lights. I agree. Sean does need warning lights.
You too. I've got the orange, the amber hazard lights on my car. We're not allowed to have I wanted to get green flashing lights for my vehicle because it was being used for first aid, and that's been canned. But you can use you've got to have a specific. Your vehicle's got to be set up in a specific way to have the red and blues. But anybody can have amber.
Okay. Yeah, we use all red and blue. Well, mostly blue are for police, but our fire trucks were allowed to have one blue flashing light on the rear of the vehicle. It's usually the driver's side, which in the United States would be the left side of the vehicle. and the rest of them are blue. I'm sorry, the rest of them are red, and a lot of flashing and spinning and blinking lights. Um, the nice thing about my job is I drive a Ford Explorer, and it's a mini fire truck. So I get to make a lot of noise, lots of flashing lights, and drive somewhat fast.
Yeah, but you've got an excuse, right? You run
I
a show.
do.
Rob is asking Meg whether I need the flashing lights on the car or just on me. Um, Jonesy is saying we have a great view of the Bentleigh fire station. Also, get the red and blues when they head out. Um,
Right.
in fact, here the ruling is that any emergency vehicle must have red and blues. It's only St. John Ambulance that is allowed to only have red, and that is because it was gazetted from an earlier stage. Meg's agreeing that it's on me. Right, seriously, both of you. Stop it or I'll put you all in timeout. Um, Michael Ann's saying the volunteer firefighters here have green.
Really? That's usually an EMS color,
Yes, it is.
but that's Canada.
Meg's Fun Time says, thank you for clarifying, Jimmy. And Michael Ann is saying on their cars or trucks. So that's where they have their signs.
Right.
Rob, I have a USB powered multicolored disco ball in the car. No law saying I can't be an emergency disco provider. I like that. That's cool. Hey, Rob, you've spent too much time in the US. Michael Ann, all our emergency vehicles, police, fire, ambulance have red and blue. The same here.
And I think that's a universal color now throughout the world. Most countries have red and blue on their emergency vehicles, minus the volunteers, of course.
Now, Arthur's asking a very important question to you guys on the other side of the pond. He's asking, who's going to watch Artemis launch this Saturday your time?
So I have friends that live in Florida, and I had one the other day before the launch got scrubbed that he was streaming it live. So I'm imagining I will watch that if he does it again. They'll have it on every news outlet for sure. So it's a big deal, especially since they're talking about going back to the moon at some point. So
I find that very fascinating because I look at it and they go, we already made it to the moon. And the way they're doing things sounds like they're starting from scratch.
Right? And with the Artemis, it's bigger than the Saturn rockets that they used in the 60s and early 70s, which makes sense, I guess. But it's a very similar technology as to back then. I mean, clearly a lot of the, the computers in that are a lot different, but the technology is very similar. So, yeah, it's almost like they've taken a step back 40, 50 years.
So Lorraine is saying that she's going to watch. Meg is saying that she'll watch a video of it, she's sure. Rob is saying that we have blue on ambulance, fire police, red on fire chief, and green on doctor car. Well, that's interesting. Jonesy is saying you will find that the amber lights will change to green soon for road job sites. It's about to go through state legislation soon, Australia-wide. Remember, you heard it here first. Green, interesting. Especially when you say that green is for go. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that road construction vehicles use amber in this country.
Here, they use amber here too. We do have a road authority called Vic Roads. That's the Victorian division of that. In New South Wales, it's called. Um, um, oh, I'm having a senior moment. Like your DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles. I don't know what it is in Tassie. But the vehicles here um, use a purple light.
Purple.
Yep. So that
That's
makes.
I've never seen purple.
Cheryl is saying that they have amber lights on top of their snowplow truck.
That's the same.
RMS, thank you. RMS stands for. Michael Lane is saying blue on top of our snowplows here. Blue. Interesting. Ooh. Meg, I like purple. Sounds more pleasing of a light. Oh, really? When you know what Vic Roads does, the last thing you want to do is be pleasing to them. Rob on the Road is saying that we can land on the moon, but no one has worked out how to repair an Illinois pothole. Clearly, science and technology has its limits.
I'm with you.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Now, Jimmy, you got about just under 3 minutes to go, unless you're not going into work today.
Oh, no, I'm going into work. I have that report I need to really try to finish, which will be creative for sure. But with this particular one, I had to actually send out. So this was a fire in an exhaust fan in a bathroom, and I had to send it out for testing. But that's going to take months before I get the results back. So it'll be inconclusive until I get the results back. So I may not actually really be able to finish the report until, who knows, a year from now. So,
jeez, you're
so
right.
That's I write slow.
Yeah, you're right. It takes you a year to finish your report.
Right. Yeah, I do a lot of things slow, especially at my age.
James Kennedy. Good morning, James. How are you? Darian, mate, I got a question to ask you. Do you have your spaghetti ice maker at the ready? We need it on the cruise. A couple of people saying g'day. Jonesy is saying New South Wales is the road maritime service. That the road name for is it road maritime?
Road Maritime Service, RMS.
Okay. Thank you for that. I thought it was something else, but that's cool.
Do you need these, Sean? I see you squinting. Here, take these.
I got them. It's just very bright, but these are dirty. I think I need more of this.
I would agree. Oh, are you kidding me? Yes.
So this has a very special meaning for me. This was given to me by the love of my life. When we first met, we spent maybe about a month or two, and then she went away to Korea and came back with this.
A bottle of Johnny Walker Blue.
Yep. It's Johnny Blue, not black. Better than the black.
Johnny Blue is the better of them all, I would say.
So I'm going to have a refill. This one's for you, Jimmy.
Well, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that.
I'm going to drink it for you because you need as much thought process for this report as possible. And yes. So I'm going to help you have your creativity and wish you the best of days, a safe day.
Thank you, sir.
So cheers.
Cheers.
That went down.
All right, so I have to hit the road. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone in the chat.
Thank you.
I'll be up tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. EST. Astute Tourist will be back up. Come by. And I have one last thing to say. don't forget to tell all your friends, folks, in the chat. Let's get on over to Down Under Cruises and get them over that 500 subscriber mark. So let's push for that. We need to get them over that hump.
Thank you, kind sir.
That's all I got. And don't forget, Helping Hands for Cruising, and donate to Kenny's onboard account. So,
and for those of you that have served in any form of service, whether it be police, fire, army, military, any of the militaries, folks, we thank you. We appreciate your service, and we want you to stay safe.
Absolutely.
So with that in mind, I want to wish everybody... Oh, thanks for that, Rob. I noticed you recently unsubscribed. And for that... now, Rob, you should know that I've got another bottle tucked under my desk at the office. So do what you want. So take care, Jimmy. Have a safe day.
You as well.
Thank you very much. And to the folks, I would like to say thank you for popping in. Those that have donated, really appreciate it. Those that have hit that sub button, really appreciate your support as well. And the good news is we're just going to keep on rocking and rolling. So we shall see you on, for those across the pond, Friday night, 10 p.m. makes it midday our time on Saturday for the Down Under Cruises, where you shall see my queen, Ilana. Have a top day, folks. Take care and see you later.